Welcome to all our friends around the world. We are here for High Five Live, the Gathering Series.
We are delighted to have our guest with us today, Eric Nelson.
And you will be delighted.
He's so awesome. He's like one of our grandkids. He's not, but we wish he was. We pretend he is.
Partly because we helped raise his parents and had a chance to watch him grow up. So, generations of this family has been a part of our lives.
That's
and we're
right.
so grateful for that.
So as you're listening, you know how High Five Live is. We love to see where you are joining us from. So if you put that in the comments, that would be great. And please share this, even as it's live, with those you think will love to hear Eric also.
That would be fantastic. And today you are going to get a chance to be with a true All-American.
Amen.
And you don't meet one of those very often. So let's tell you about his bio and give you a little information about this amazing young man that's accomplished so much already in his life.
Yes. So USA Lacrosse All-American is one of the best players in the United States, one who exhibits superior skills and techniques, excellent sportsmanship, and exceptional game sense and knowledge. I love that. That is Eric. That is him. He was named All-American after the Corner Canyon High boys lacrosse team took the Division A Utah State Championship this year. Let's hear a round of applause for Eric. That is so incredible. As senior captain of the team, Eric gave it his all, and we knew that. We watched him. He was named most valuable player in the final game with 6 goals and 3 assists.
6 goals in a game. That's amazing.
They finished in the top 10 nationally, and then after the 2021 season, being undefeated 22-0. It's amazing.
Yeah, unreal.
Eric says that our coaches use this as motivation and a standard for practices, and we'll talk more about that. And I just love how Eric loves and appreciates all those who helped him get where he is today. We'll talk more about that too. He served in many leadership positions in school, in his ward, and his stake, and he's been involved in the community since he was small. And he currently serves as a Temple and Family History youth consultant in our ward and on the Stake Youth Council. He's the second of 4 children, and we just love his entire family. His brother Cole actually is serving a mission right now in North Carolina. And Eric, you also give credit to your extended family, your friends, your neighborhood, along with your coaches and your immediate family for getting you where you are today. So we are so happy that you're here. We've been talking about this for so long. And now we're like, he's leaving on his mission in a few weeks. We better have him on. So I'm so grateful that he could be with us today.
So let's start with this amazing sports career. I mean, becoming an All-American is totally unique. It's an outstanding accomplishment. And what did you do to prepare yourself from, I don't know when you first picked up a lacrosse stick, but the training and all that you've done, what was it like to prepare yourself for such an honor and then accomplish such a thing?
My football coach when I was a kid, actually, his son played lacrosse and they got me into it. And then that spring I played, and then I never played football again for him. So that was it for me.
You were hooked.
We had a goal that my uncles used, kind of an older one, but it was great for us. So we were able to pick that up from our house, from my grandparents. And then from there, that's it. I was shooting on it, anything that I could. I was always outside in our front yard. There was houses everywhere and we didn't have a big yard. So the balls were flying, but that was it for me. So, and then that was it. Any day I could. I used to bring my stick to school, and then during lunch, I would just go outside outside the school and just throw it off the bricks for 20 minutes and then go back into class. And I'd carry it with me during, at classes. Some of the teachers didn't really like it for some reason. So that was for me. And then I loved it that I could do it by myself and practice that way. But Yeah.
I can't imagine how many hours, if we tried to tabulate how many hours of
Yeah.
practice you put in.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about it once, like trying to keep a record because I knew it would be a lot. Like I was into it and I knew that what it would take. 'Cause I just sort of had that mindset. And so I thought about it, but no, couldn't ever.
Too difficult.
Such intensity, such training, all that. So
Uh,
this year you had this great goal as a senior team to have an undefeated season if possible. And week to week, I mean, what was that like as you went through the season? That must have been an interesting experience.
It was great to practice so much as a team. We practiced every single day for those at least 4 months, I think. We started earlier lifting, but when it was really going through the season, it was fun because I had the contrast of playing on other teams and then playing on Corner Canyon as well. And the mindset was the same every week. We didn't talk about really who we were playing or what was coming up like some teams do, and coaches stress about it. But for us, we just say, play how we practiced, and we were showing up every day. It was honestly more competition I felt when we were at practice because we were kind of getting on each other there. And we were scrimmaging for 20 minutes after every single practice. And you can kind of get risky at practice a little bit more. And so especially the defenders, like for us at practice, that was more of a challenge sometimes to me than games, because once we were used to it,
There
games
you go.
happened and we're all on the same team working together. And that, yeah, I don't know. There was no stress for the games for us.
That's
So
amazing.
it was
So
fun.
21-0, you go into the state final game.
Yeah.
Playing a great lacrosse team, and suddenly it's state tournament time. This has got to be a time that's pretty exciting. You get ready for that, right?
Yeah,
What was
for
it like
sure.
that game? I mean, I don't know if people know scoring 6 goals in a game is like unbelievable. So
Yeah, that
what was
was the
that like?
most. Yeah, when I was a freshman, I scored 7 goals in a game, but this
wow.
one, 6 goals was the most I've ever scored for this season. So I was happy that it was my last final game too as well. So I was very happy about that. But yeah, we were playing Park City. Um, all the club teams that I play on, it's all those same guys, so they're all my age, and so I was playing against my friends that I've played with back east or in California a dozen times, and so I knew, who was who and what was going to happen. And ever since it was just really strange because I was thinking how perfect it was. Like I was in the position that I was skill wise, or I was confident in myself, and then we were playing the people that I thought we were. So when I was practicing out in my yard and I knew I had the opportunity to play in a game like that, or I would have it later, right? It was funny because it was against Park City. So the defender that was playing me was the same guy that I was thinking of. And I don't know. It was just great.
Wow.
So
You had really prepared.
yeah, I visualized all of it before. And I was nervous, of course, but it wasn't really like any other game. It was the most fun. It's different that it's your last game as well and the
Yeah.
championship. So
So
for
at the
me,
end
I
of the
was more.
day,
For me, I was thinking more about it being my last game than an actual championship game. And so that was just fun. I was just doing everything that I could in that.
wow. You get the MVP, and then you heard about the All-American. That must have been an amazing experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's what I wanted. My goal for the season was to be the first team all-state player. And then I saw the All-American award before the all-state thing. And so I didn't really know All-American. I knew what it was, of course, but that wasn't really what my goal was. So it was surprising to me. And I was wondering, well, did I get all-state? Because if I got All-American, I must have, but they didn't put it out for a little while. And then later I found out that I was all-state. So I was just like deep down, I was happy about that a little bit for sure too. But
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh, that is so great. Well, with all of these accolades and all of this attention and all of the things that have happened to you and the honors, you could have chosen a different road after graduation, and you decided to go serve the Lord full time. What was that like when you made that decision? When did you make that decision, actually? Was it
I made
something?
that decision. No, when I was like 6 years old. When I was 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have a
Yeah,
lot
I'll
of
tell
things.
you, when you wrote to us and said, yeah, I just care about my one of my proudest moments, which is I'm a future missionary.
Yep.
No,
You know, all the
it is.
honors to say that. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, it definitely is for sure. I got my name tags in the mail 2 days ago, I think, and they're in Spanish and all this stuff. I guess this is a good time to say, but I'll be serving in Colombia and speaking Spanish, just right at the top of South America, and so I'm super excited about that. It's gonna be, yeah. Yes, I don't know. I'm so it's the same as a lot of other missionaries, but like for me, I've just been ready in the way that I've been prepared for things. I'm just ready to learn once I'm there. I don't know exactly everything that's going to happen, but I'm prepared to learn. So that's what makes me feel so excited.
Yes, and our association with you is that
Right.
is so true.
Yeah.
You're not only prepared to learn, you are prepared to serve. And your family's done an amazing job. And you have studied, and we know you love the gospel. We know that there have been a lot of opportunities for service that have helped prepare you, like being on the youth council for a stake and a consultant in our ward. How specifically have those leadership positions helped you not only prepare, but strengthen your testimony?
It was good because a lot of the older people who were really experienced doing those things as well were in there with us. And so that was what sort of set the example for us in that way. So we were in there, but it's cool for me to see that if you want something done, you just plan it and get it done, and that's it. And
You want to say that again? If you want something done, you just plan it and get it done.
It's really up to you. So on a mission, that'll be the same thing as well. I'll have a companion, but it's not meant to be a thing for where my senior companion, when I get there, is going to be, planning things for me. It's just, that's it, really. That's the simple sentence that has really stuck out to me this last little while. Once it's been a little bit more responsibility towards me and some action that needs to be taken, especially in roles like you were talking about there. If you want it done, then that's it. So it was amazing to be in those things. Yeah.
That's right. And, we've had some amazing experiences in our ward. We had before some of our youth consultants started going on missions. So we had about 17 of you, and we'd get together, and you guys came up with the most amazing ways to involve our ward in family history and to help the seniors. Do you want to talk about like the 21-day challenge or the seniors dinner for a minute?
Right. We've been doing a lot for sure. We've been active in this calling. So the senior dinner was something great. We just did it as a youth activity one night. All the seniors came in our ward, and we have some amazing ones for sure. And they were there.
People over 65, right? Like old people, right?
Yep. The best kind of people. So they were there, and we were talking to them and just trying to find out stuff, and we were recording them, putting it on family history, which is easier than people think it is. We were doing it, and we still talk about that sometimes with them. It'll come up and they'll say things to us, and so that was great. We did the 21-day challenge, which is something Angel here was sort of the leader of and pushing for us. And so we had our way of sharing it with the ward. We put it out on different social media platforms and things, and people were logging on and putting content up that was very helpful. And so the 21-day thing, we were doing family history, anything it could be, just showing people how easy it is to do it. The focus was maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day, and then for 21 days in a row we were doing it, and then sharing that with the people so they were able to see it. And it was a great idea.
You were out on that camping trip.
Yeah.
And we got to do our 5 minutes.
As young men, we were thinking, well, we got a trip planned during these 21 days. We'll be gone for 3 days or so, river rafting. And well, we just got over it, and it kind of helped to show how easy it was. We were doing it there. We didn't really have any service anyways, and we were still doing family history.
So what was the activity you did up there around the campfire?
So one of them, people were sharing stories of their grandparents. Sometimes we would, talk about places that they have been, and then how it was sort of affecting us now in our lives, especially because our leaders, they knew a lot as well, because I mean the whole ward's in on it, so it was a great blessing to have them there. And then they would share things with us when we were making dinner or something. And
So
Yeah.
you probably know this, but some of the sweet seniors in our ward still talk about that day when you got them together and all of you asked questions and really cared about them.
mm,
I remember Denny saying, this is one of the most meaningful experiences I've had in 3 years. And Ferris Danzy, you guys recorded him, and he's since passed away, and he never told those stories about World War II.
mhm.
You recorded them. I mean, such a great service, and what a wonderful thing you did.
Yeah, we have such great memories. All the kids want to do it again. Your group planned so many fun activities to help others get involved in family history. Remember the timeline that we did for one of the years that we had?
Yeah.
We had everybody. Tell us about that. What did we do?
Yeah, so one night when we were having the senior dinner, there was some papers and things at the tables. We were all mixed in together, so we were talking to them and asking questions and getting the answers and big events in their life. We had up at the front table a bunch of tables put together and this giant sheet of paper spread out with their timelines on it and specific dates and things. And it needed to be filled out. So when we were at the tables, they would put answers of big events in their lives, or things that impacted them and things that they wanted to share, and write them down. And we'd go put them up on this paper. And then at the end, we could see all these huge events that were going on in people's lives. And it was cool. It started at all the way at the end. That's where it was, it was full completely, that whole thing, which I thought was awesome. So it wasn't only when they were married, when they were 25 or whatever. It was all the way, even they're still having the experiences when they were 75, which they love to share those too, because maybe they didn't have as many friends when they were that old or something.
Yeah.
They weren't as connected as to they were with their families or their community when they were 20. They still had these things going on when they were 70, and they were sharing them with us.
And to learn about them, we really
Yeah.
did create, you as youth created such a bond with the seniors, and it's so unifying for a ward. And family history was just a way to do that and to be able to record their stories when sometimes their family members weren't doing that. But you did it for them. And what a treasure.
Your family's kind of been great at that. I mean, I think your grandma wrote in her journal every day for 50 years.
Yeah.
And we made a video about that. We made a video that's gone internationally about your family doing family history activities. It's just influenced so many lives. Well,
yes, thank you for that example, and thank your parents. We know that they've had many, many experiences with connecting the past and the present, and we appreciate their input in the ward and in your life. I really think that, I know that these experiences have helped you in so many ways prepare you for your mission, and you'll use them. Skills, ways to associate and talk to and become friends with all sorts of people in all age brackets. So way to go, Eric. It's been fun. It's been so fun to
we
have
must
you do
admit that this beautiful statement that President Nelson has given us, it says we need to let God prevail in our lives. Eric, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but everything we've talked about today points to the fact that that's the way you live your life, that you have decided to let God prevail, to put him first. And tell us what ways that has affected your life.
Yeah, what you were saying just barely, it kind of made me think of something when you were saying all these things were pointing to letting God prevail. It was great because the desires that I wanted, whether it was with lacrosse or anything else like that, all these desires, some things I didn't get. So it's kind of hard to look back and see, some things that I wanted when I was a kid or something. I can't have all of it, but having God prevail in my life, to me, means he's giving me things that were different than what I thought they were, but it means more now to me, and it's a better opportunity as well. So things, if I didn't go to a school I wanted to go to, or maybe I didn't perform as well as I wanted to for this specific event that I went to or something, it's great now because it's all worked out for me in a way that I can see it pointing towards this new goals that I have coming up. So he's helped me to sort of prepare my mind in the way, because I've been doing these things, and I've been humble enough to see myself in the way that God sees me and what he wants from me as well. And so when I'm on that path and doing those things, yeah, it's just a unique thing for sure. There's nothing like having Heavenly Father on your team and being the guide for you. So ways that I've tried to let God prevail in my life is to serve. Jesus Christ said, even as we serve the least of us, we're serving him. So as I've been doing things for other people or serving or just doing anything I can for somebody and trying to be aware of that, Heavenly Father puts it into my mind and makes those people stick out of things that I can do. And then also giving thanks to Heavenly Father of all the things that I've done and giving credit to him. Also, that's what keeps me humble for those things. And yeah, letting God prevail just means to me, it's just him giving us opportunities that maybe we thought we would never have, which I've seen for sure. And then we know because of past things that we've done and experiences that we've had that he's given us, that we can then use that and we're prepared to do these things. So that's whatever it is, a mission. I was prepared to play in that game. And yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. So that's how it's been for me. And it's going to keep happening as well as I enter onto my mission. And I know that to be true.
Amen. We know that to be true too. And we're excited for your next adventure.
Yeah, me too.
And you'll be an All-American missionary, no doubt.
I hope so. It'll require even more work. But
What's that?
I said I think it would require even more work. So
yeah, it will, but you're up for it.
Yep.
And we are so proud of you. Thank you so much
What example you are
for
to all of
sharing
us
today.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
And speaking of sharing, we encourage all of you that had a chance to watch this to share it with your friends. Eric is such an inspiration and can bless other lives too. So we appreciate you viewing today, and thank you so much for being with us.
We love you, Eric. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.